So my friend Joey and our friends Joey and Aaron, they told us about this girl who does YouTube videos. Her name's Jenna Marbles. And we've watched a few of her videos. I don't care for the profanity, but I think her videos are kind of funny. And she does them like once a week. I think every Wednesday slash Thursday, and she promotes her little dogs in her videos, and they're kind of funny. I mean, they're kind of cute, and she's a ditzy blonde, but she's, kind of funny. So she did a video, I think this past week, about things that she believed when she was a kid, like off the wall stuff. So I figured, I was thinking about it, that I would share a few of the things that I would used to think of when I was a kid that are completely off the wall, and I don't know why I thought that. Um, my sister Mandy and I, when we were younger, we used to I guess we got allergies. I don't know if we get congested, and we thought, hey, if you're congested, you know how to get rid of that? Pour water up your nose. Well, we didn't realize at the time that that's how people drown. Now you have the neti pot where you're supposed to like pour it in one side and it comes out the other, but we used to have these Dixie cups in the bathroom. To this day, my mom won't buy them anymore because of what we did when we were kids. And we joke about it, but it was really kind of creepy. I don't know where we got the idea for it. This other one, a friend of mine from church who is actually on my Facebook, so if you're watching this, Scott, yes, I'm talking about your story. We were younger and we were living in Japan, and he had watched some WCW or WWE and had saw a thing that they did on there where somebody doused their hand in hairspray and set it on fire, but it wasn't supposed to burn the hand, and it was for some kind of wrestling move or something, and the person who did it didn't get hurt, but we didn't follow the as seen on TV, don't do this at home. You see it on TV, but don't try it at home. Well, needless to say, it was part of a church group. We were, some of the women and the kids of the church were over at one of the church parishioners' houses or members' houses, and most of the men had gone out. They had a men's event. They all went to go see the movie Backdraft. Well, this happened that night, and remember trying to put the fire out of on his hand, and it was all like burnt. So we were like, okay, do we put it in ice water? Do we put lotion on it? Do we do burn cream? What do we do? And I remember coming down to the kitchen, and I think he had his hand wrapped around a towel, and I don't know if it was my stepmom or somebody, thought we were sneaking cookies and confronted about it and found out that he had, in fact, second and third degree, I believe he had third degree burns. I might be wrong on that. That the trick he saw on TV and the wrestling was not good to do, and we were all trying to hide it, and of course we would get in trouble for it, but we thought, hey, it sounded like a good idea at the time, and one of his brothers, I think it was Philip, he tried to get me not to scream, so he's covering my face up, my mouth and my nose up, not trying to hurt me, but trying to get me not to yell so that they would get in trouble. And it was really dumb. Then I was living in Norway. My dad's military, and we got stationed around the world, and we spent almost 10 years over in Europe, Asia, Europe, overseas. So, I was living in Norway, and we'd have to get up early in the morning, and there wasn't a base where we lived at. We went to I don't want to say it's an international school, but it was an American school, Oslo American School. It wasn't really in Oslo, it was around there, but, we would go in the mornings to school. We'd have to walk down this path behind our house, or in front of behind the house, up the road, around from this little school, and go up and up the end. If you went upstairs in the house that we lived in, the way that our house was positioned, we could see where our bus stop was from there. We couldn't see us walking the whole path, but we'd have to get up early mornings, and it would be some of those days where, it was overcasted, it was rainy, mm, or it would be a little foggy outside and you couldn't really see. Well, I had the idea that you could take some rubbing alcohol and a few other things, and you can mix something up and put it in a perfume bottle. And then you could take that perfume bottle outside with you, and you could spray it, and you could spray all the fog away, and it would go away. I thought for sure this idea would work. Yeah, did not work. It was stupid. But I was a young kid, an impressionable mind, and I believed that if I believed it would work, it would work. It didn't work. Then, let me think. You see these people try it all the time on TV. If you get locked out of your house, you can use a credit card to get in. You just take your credit card and you wiggle it through the little lock thingy and it's supposed to work. Well, every time I tried to do it, we used to live in a place with a trailer. I want my bag over there. It's in the big Ziploc bag. It's on the little stand up there. It's not, yeah, everything's poured together. That we would, be able to get in. Well, we got locked out of our trailer one time, and I used the little thing to get in, and all I did was bent the thing. It never worked. So somebody else got a butter knife and tried to get in and finally got in it. But then somebody tried it here at this house, and the only problem is when you tried to get it through the door, it was thin enough that it fit through the door, and it fit right through, which meant your credit card was sitting on the floor inside your house while you're sitting outside trying to figure out how to get in. Not the smartest move. So I used to think that that was the way that you could get into your house. If you got locked out, if you had a credit card, you were all set. Nope. I used to think that little, what coat hanger it is that you can put inside your car and you could unlock your car doors. Well, now they're not made the same anymore, and you can't just pop it up. A lot of them, they don't work like that anymore, do they? No. That's my loving husband over there. Yeah, they just don't work that way anymore. Let's see, something else I thought of when I was a kid that was like the coolest thing, but is like nothing now. I had a couple of more, and for the life of me, I can't remember what they were. Okay, well, I think I imagined my life as a kid being completely different than how my life's actually turned out. Like, if I were to look at, if if I were to, how do I want to put this the right way? If I knew stuff then that I know now, maybe I wouldn't have thought the same things, but I used to think things were going to turn out a little differently. Like, I would be, I'd graduate high school, I'd go to college, I'd get this great journalistic career, maybe go to school and become a lawyer and move someplace south and practice and either do journalism or I would be a lawyer and I would have my own practice and help people and whatnot. And I was a senior in high school and I took business law. I had the greatest teacher. She was awesome. Loved being in her class. She was great. Great mentor, great teacher. However, when I got out and I got a job working in a lawyer's office, working at the front desk, the whole job just completely, I saw things there that I shouldn't have had to see and saw situations that should go one way and it goes another just because I worked for, she was a former prosecuting attorney, and then she became defense. All I can't remember if I worked for her when she was a prosecutor or when I worked for her when she was a DA. I don't know. It was a short stint there. But you saw things that happened and the people were clearly guilty, and yet they lied and got off. And I didn't think that was right. But there were other aspects of the job. But when you're a child and you're thinking, oh, you get to work in a lawyer's office, it's going to be glitz and glamour. It's really not. There's a lot of work to do, and it's really not what you think it's going to be. Let's see. When I was a kid, I used to think that I could write, like, news articles and stuff, and that I would be one of, like, the greatest journalistic minds and stuff like you see now, like the old, Barbara Walters and Katie Couric and those kind of people. And when I went back and looked at some of the stuff that I wrote, I wondered to me, I thought it was better than it was. I understand now why it didn't get such high marks for it. But I tried really hard, and I thought that if I tried really hard, then that meant it would be great, even if it wasn't. So, anyways, I know I kind of jumbled up this video a little bit. I thought it would be a little bit better or funnier, but I guess I'm not like some people who can do certain videos funny. I'm not a Dixie Blonde, although I think if I were to color this blonde, maybe I could get away with it, but probably not. I don't have any weird gimmicks, you know? It's not like I have something that, you know, people can laugh and joke about me. I mean, I'm just me. I don't know. Maybe I'll find something that'll work for me. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Megan Shepherd 81, Megan Shepherd 81 at gmail.com. Thank you. Have a good one.